well, we have a much more exciting name than anyone else. Because as you may have possibly worked out for yourself, ANU Atheist Society is kind of like ass. So it's an acronym, it doesn't really work. Yes, before I give my talk, I'd just like to acknowledge the Indigenous people of this area. So, thank you. Okay, well, that's alright, it was our secretary's idea, so I can't take all the credit. I'm not conscientious. Okay, so we may as well start from the beginning. About midway through, well, was it 2008? Towards the end of 2008, I was, just doing my student kind of thing, and I kind of got it into my head that, perhaps the ANU needed some kind of, atheist group. And as, I went onto the clubs and societies at the ANU Students Association, and there wasn't actually an atheist group, and there were in fact 7 different Christian groups, 1 Jewish group and 1 Muslim group. And we're like, well, this is Australia's, top university, no offense to anyone else here. So, like this simply can't do. Like there are universities here I know which have multiple like atheist and secular and rational societies, and we didn't have any one of these at all. So, together with my good friend Anna Sheridan, who's also our secretary and vice president, we decided to kind of, have a bash at setting up our own club. So, over the holidays, we made a big sign that says "Reality is awesome," and got a table. And on market day, we had a cake in the shape of like the Darwin fish, and that was basically all we had. We ended up getting about 188 to 250 kind of sign-ups. So. That was quite good. Also, the ANU Students Association, perhaps deliberately, perhaps not, placed us in the middle of all the religious groups. Yes, we actually had religious people kind of looking really shocked that all of a sudden this atheist group had literally just appeared out of nowhere. Kind of ironic considering some of their beliefs. But, anyway, yeah, we actually had religious people kind of steering like students away from our stalls. We actually had, I don't know whether you guys have Mara schools around here, but a Mara school group kind of wandered through Yo Week and actually came over to our stall, and one of the members signed up before being like pulled away by a teacher. So yeah, I didn't cop much abuse because I was too busy, talking to people and things like that. But I know Daniel, he got a fair amount of cop from some of the creationists who, from Focus, which is our local extra Christian group. They were giving him quite a lot of flack. So anyway, we started off the year and we had, a couple of movie nights, things like that, and, it seemed to be going pretty well. We actually met in the chaplaincy at the ANU, so big thanks to the chaplaincy for doing that. But yeah, so we basically just tried to provide kind of, a good atheistic community for everyone to be part of, and, show it's cool to be an atheist. We do fun things too. We're not, just crazy people. And so probably the highlight of last year, I would say, we tried to run this kind of thing called Atheism Week, which is kind of similar to Jesus Week actually, except it's better. Basically, we had a kind of thing where we showed some documentaries, we had a barbecue, we had an atheist ball, which all of 10 people showed up to, but it's a start. So yeah, we've done our best to kind of, put our stamp on the university, and I think we are having an impact because lots of our posters for Atheism Week, the slogan being "Believe it or not, it's here." But we put it all across, the university, and somehow they were all torn down by the end of the week, and no one really claimed responsibility except we were pretty sure it was Focus. Who actually they had a prayer group to pray for Atheism Week, to pray that many people would be moved towards God because of Atheism Week. I don't quite see how they made that link. But yeah, and also last year we had some speakers. We had the Mormons come and speak to us. We had an ex-Mormon bishop come and speak to us. It's funny, he was excommunicated after he left the church, and he was like, oh well. We had a Satanist come and speak to us. Really interestingly, he's now a Christian, so I'm hoping he can come and speak to us again. See what's changed. And we were going to have the Scientologists come and speak to us, but they demanded a flat fee of about $40, so that was a little rich. So yeah, and this year we were actually, when we set up on Market Day again, we've only been around here for the last year and a bit. We actually had people purposefully seeking out our store, going through all the religious stores to find our store because they wanted to sign up to us. And we had people saying, ironically, thank God you're here, because, we've really been looking for something like this. So it's really encouraging to kind of see, so many people wanting to do this kind of thing. And then especially when you come here and you see so many people from so many different universities, it's really, really encouraging. So yeah, I mean, hopefully well, I'm proud to say now that the ANU can actually like fulfill its role as Australia's top university and actually have some kind of decent atheistic group trying to do something and can stand proudly alongside all you guys. So yeah, thank you.